Hey, it's me, Dr. D, and I'm coming back for a few minutes. You know, it's the beginning of the 12th hour of 2024, which is called December, which is also the beginning of the holiday season, starting with Thanksgiving. And you know what? Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. But because we're in this world and not of it, it is really nice that the world is even deemed a day to be thankful. So I take it and I enjoy knowing that I am thankful for who I am and what the Creator has given me to do. As a matter of fact, we have a right not only to be thankful on Thanksgiving, which was deemed by the world, but every day is a day of Thanksgiving when we wake up and we're still breathing. As a matter of fact, the word that we're going to be breaking down today in this segment of language arts is the word right. And even in the world, they say you have a right to remain silent, but you have a right to express the blessings that you know that you are given. And it wasn't given by man, it was given by your Creator. So let's start out a little bit of understanding the word right. The power of privilege to which one is justly entitled. Right. That which is morally correct, just, or honorable. Legal entitlement. And you have synonyms, homonyms, antonyms, and all those other names, including what homonyms say, right? And some of the similarities that are referencing to right would be words like goodness, virtue, integrity, righteousness, and other words of that nature. Even biblically, which I love to go to, because biblically, this is what your life is based on. And John 1:12, and this is the New King International Version says, but as many as received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, to those who believe in his name. You have a right to be a child of God if you are a believer in who he is and what he has instilled in you. That's another word we're going to get into too. Instill, make a note of that. So it is definitely true now to say if you are a believer in the Creator of your breath, which is God, then we can rest assured that we're free to become the abundantly blessed individual that is set in us before we were born. He knew us and he knew what he wanted us to be. So that is who you are. Now, the point is, will you want to know who you really are, right? As a matter of fact, he gave you the authority and the right to make that decision. As a matter of fact, he had instilled in me to write a book, and it's called Life Decisions Workbook. And so it begins because you have to do the work, right? You say, really? Tell me something. If you have the desire to go to work for the man or work in a system or even work in your own business, how can you have the desire and make the decision to work harder on doing something than being something that will do something, because you are the seed. You were purposed to come into creation through a seed, and there's a seed in you. So you want to plant the seed in good soil so that you can reap the good harvest that you were designated to do. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to read something from my book in reference to. Now, this book does not have chapters, it's content, and it's all relative to the content in you. So, we're going to go to the content in the book today under the Bill of Rights. Since we're talking about rights, let's take a look in the book of Life Decisions and see what it says about rights. As you know, we have rights in this country called the United States of America, and they're entitled or called the Bill of Rights. Now, the Bill of Rights in the United States is the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. Amendments to the Constitution. It was added. The purpose of the Bill of Rights is to provide specific freedoms to citizens and limit the power of the government. The American freedoms include freedom of speech, religion, assembly, and due process of law. Now, there are rights that we were given long before the Constitution, okay? And those are what I call the Christian Bill of Rights. Now, here are a few of those rights for you to ponder as you grow through your journey called life. Now, you have the right to his everlasting love, mercy, and grace. You have the right to have victory over the enemy. You have the right to operate in the power and authority of God. You have the right to freedom from the bondage of sin. You have the right to the peace of God in your heart, no matter what. You have the right to his wisdom and knowledge in all that you face in life. And you have the right to good health, prosperity, and no lack. As a matter of fact, it says, John 8:36, if the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. Now, there is more to understanding rights, your real rights as a human being planted in the world so that you can do your part to make this world a better place. Because believe you me, no human was born to cause misery to another human being. Anytime that happens, I guarantee you it was the influence. Hear me again. It was the influence of the enemy called Satan, the spirit of the spirit of the one, the evil one, that all they want to do is seek individuals that they can steal from, kill, and destroy what was naturally given to them. And the freedom, the right to make decisions is where you can hand over your freedom, your prosperity, your blessed life to the enemy that is there to influence you and to get you to not be that great and awesome person that you were born to be. So I just want to come on here for a few minutes because, as I always say, the intent of my being here is to share a few words of encouragement, motivation, education, and inspiration. So no matter what it looks like, if you're breathing, then know that the blessings are still in front of you. You have the right to make the decision to choose whom this day that you will serve and give thanks to, so that your being here will be a place and a position that you want people to love you. And I mean love to see you come and not love to see you go. The security of the joy of life is knowing that you love yourself as well as anyone else. And there is no one or nothing more responsible for the joy in your universe than you. Yes, you. Y-O-U. Your own universe. Love yourself so that you can know the value of being loved. You have the right